Out of Taiwan, where earnings are out this week, with United Microelectronics reporting better than expected profit. The $47 billion posted net income was its first gain in 4 quarters. So how's the market doing? Let's check in with Tim Copeland, joining us now from Taipei. So Tim, what did UMC's numbers look like, and what has been behind that?
Well, good morning. Yeah, that's basically what we saw. It was a little bit ahead of estimates. Comparing to a year ago, of course, it was down by a lot. But these days, no one really compares to a year ago because everything changed in September. The real key that we're looking at is the first thing is that margins were a little bit better than expected. Part of that was a bit of an accounting anomaly, but the other part is really that they have seen more orders come in quite strongly in the quarter that just passed. And more importantly, they are looking at the third quarter also being quite strong and possibly into the fourth quarter. It's a bit too early to tell about the fourth quarter. That's really a long way out. And the company themselves are very cautious about talking about the fourth quarter. But certainly the third quarter seems to show that the momentum is strong going forward.
What about for Chime? Because that's the next company reporting today. We like to hear good results as well.
Well, Chime, yeah, they're the world's 4th largest LCD maker, the Taiwan's 2nd largest. They're looking to post another loss. It'll be about their 4th in a row. It's a smaller loss than the previous 2 quarters, but a loss is still a loss. And even, if we look at the estimates now, and of course they'd be revised after they give some outlook today, but even in the third quarter, we're looking at a possibility of another loss. The key to look out for Chime is that, this is a maturing industry to some extent, and they are the number 4 player. So, there's a lot of feeling that maybe it's time for them to start looking for some kind of M&A partner or some way to, increase their economies of scale, maybe join up with one of their smaller rivals.
Looking beyond today and into tomorrow, we're expecting Taiwan Semiconductor with its own numbers. What can we expect?
Yeah, well, actually, TSMC actually reports today at around 1:30 Taipei, Hong Kong time. We're looking at, a profit. It'll be up, from the previous quarter. It will be down year on year again, as I say. You're compared to a year ago, and you're going to get very, different numbers. The key that we'll be looking out for TSMC is the gross margin, which gives us an idea of how well they're doing on pricing. It's been a pretty tough 6 months, but if the second quarter showed a bit of strength, then, they can keep up their prices a little bit, and that will be reflected in their gross margins. The other thing we'll be looking for, Morris Chang, the chairman, actually returned to the CEO role last month. Now, he'd actually stepped down for about 4 years and handed it over to someone else. He's now come back, and he's leading it again. So we want to see what he's got to say about the outlook.
Okay, and ahead of those earnings, TSMC down about 1.5%. Thanks for that, Tim.